You know, for millions of people, the 401k is supposed to be the key to a comfortable retirement. But what if the guy who invented it now says it's a monster? Seriously. So is your retirement plan a friend or a foe? Let's figure out how to tame this thing.
Yep, you heard that right. That's a direct quote from Ted Benna, the man they call the father of the 401k. Over 30 years ago, he created this plan to help people save. But now, he told Smart Money magazine that his invention has become something he barely even recognizes. I mean, wow. Talk about a bombshell, right?
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If the creator himself is sounding the alarm, what does that mean for your money, for your future? Well, it means we need to get smart about this. Let's break down exactly what has him so worried, his three biggest criticisms, and more importantly, what you can actually do about them.
Okay, so Benna's first big issue, it's just gotten way too complicated. He argues that a simple, helpful tool has turned into this confusing maze that just pushes everyday people away.
And you've probably felt this, right? You log into your 401k account and it's like, what even is a small cap growth fund versus a fixed income fund? It's all jargon. For so many of us, it feels like trying to read another language. And that confusion leads to paralysis. We either do nothing or we just randomly pick something and, hope for the best. But let's be real, hope is not a retirement strategy.
So, how do you fight back against this complexity monster? It's actually simpler than you think. You just have to educate yourself. And it boils down to 3 key steps.
Here's your toolkit. First off, schedule that free meeting with your plan administrator. It's literally their job to help you understand this stuff. Next, go to a site like Morningstar.com and use their free Portfolio X-ray tool. It'll show you exactly where your money is invested. Then check out a site like Brightstar.com to compare what your plan is costing you in fees. Now, this last part is crucial. If you find out your 401k has super high fees, just contribute enough to get the full company match and then put any extra retirement savings into a low-fee IRA, an individual retirement account. See, you always have other options. All right, criticism number 2. This one's a direct result of all that confusion we just talked about. And honestly, it's a big one. People are literally, and I mean literally, turning down free money. So how is that possible? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is the magic of pre-tax contributions. Think of it like this. When you earn $100, about 30 of it might go to taxes before it even hits your bank account. You only see $70. But when that same $100 goes straight into your 401k, the full $100 that's invested. It hasn't been taxed yet. That difference is like an instant return on your money. But wait, there's more. On top of the tax savings, you've got the company match. For a lot of us, when you add up all the benefits, including that 401k match, it can be like getting an extra 20% on top of your salary. You got to start thinking of the company match not as a bonus, but as part of your salary. It's a raise that's just sitting there, waiting for you to claim it. Let me be crystal clear about this. If your job offers to match your contributions and you're not putting in enough to get every last penny of that match, you are voluntarily taking a pay cut. You are saying no thanks to free, untaxed money that could be growing for decades. Don't do that. And that brings us to Benna's final and maybe scariest criticism. The system is full of traps that let us sabotage ourselves. We become our own worst enemies. One of the biggest traps, loading up on your own company's stock. It feels right, doesn't it? You believe in the company. But look at what a properly diversified portfolio looks like. See that tiny little slice for company stock? Financial experts say it should be 5% or less of your total portfolio. Anything more is putting way too many of your eggs in one basket. And here's why that's so incredibly dangerous. Remember those names? Enron, Lehman Brothers? Thousands of their employees didn't just lose their jobs when those companies went under. They lost their entire life savings because their 401ks were stuffed with company stock that became worthless overnight. It is a devastating 1-2 punch that you absolutely have to protect yourself from. So, how do you put up a shield against self-sabotage? It's all about discipline. 3 simple rules. First, like we just saw, diversify. Spread your money out. Second, please do not try to time the market. Don't panic and sell when things look bad or get greedy and pile in when things are booming. Saving for retirement is a marathon, not a sprint. And third, set a schedule to rebalance. Maybe once a quarter, just check in and make sure your investments are still on track with your goals. Okay. We've looked at the problems, we've talked about the solutions. Now let's pull it all together into a simple plan.
it's time for you to take back control of your 401k. Here it is, your monster taming checklist. 1. Talk to your administrator. 2. X-ray your portfolio. 3. Always, and I mean always, get that full company match. 4. Keep your company stock below 5%. And 5. Set a rebalancing schedule and stick to it. That's it. It's not some magic formula. It's just a plan, and it's yours to run with.
So, when you get right down to it, Ted Benna has a point. The 401k can be a monster if you let it intimidate you, if you ignore it, but it's also one of the most powerful wealth-building tools ever invented. Ultimately, it's not good or bad, it's just a tool. And like any powerful tool, its real value is in the hands of the person using it. So the only question left is, are you ready to be its master?